Now to a News 4JAX I-Team investigation into a local contractor who owes a lot of money to his customers.
An Atlantic Beach man contacted us asking for help after he says the contractor took his money more than a year ago and still has not finished the work. Investigator Jennifer Watt did some digging and discovered he was not alone.
This is supposed to be the lanai, or sunroom.
Barry Wills is beyond frustrated with the lack of work from North Florida Leisure.
And when was this supposed to be finished?
January of 2022.
So a year ago.
He signed this contract in October of 2021 and paid the owner $18,000 toward the cost of a sunroom.
He came and got rid of the old concrete pad and then put this concrete pad in, and then I haven't seen him since.
That was November of 2021.
So what reason does he give you for not coming?
First it was COVID got him, then it was he didn't have employees, and then supply chain issues, and then he had the parts, the walls, and then the next time I heard he didn't have the parts. Then they were loaded on the truck, he'll be there that day.
Which he says never happened.
He won't return my calls. He'll return text messages every once in a while, but not often.
We did some digging into North Florida Leisure and uncovered several lawsuits filed in Duval County Court against the owner, James Couturier. 6 other customers accuse him of doing the same thing, taking money for work he either hasn't finished or didn't start. In all, it totals more than $66,000. One of them sent us these pictures. She says this is what her unfinished screened-in porch has looked like for 5 months. She paid $7,200 and says she hasn't heard from Couturier since September of last year. Another couple says they paid him more than $4,900 for a pool enclosure in August of 2021, but says he never did any work. After a year of nothing, they filed this lawsuit. They say he promised last September to pay them back $500 a week, but say he never sent them any money. We wanted answers for all the customers Couturier owes.
So I'm Jennifer Waugh with Channel 4 News. And as I mentioned, I have spoken to several of your customers who say they've paid you thousands of dollars for jobs that you've not done.
Well, jobs that may not have been finished, but I have made lots of restitution. A lot of this as a result of COVID. I think it's important for everyone to realize the effects that COVID have had on business.
I asked him about Barry Wills.
He signed a contract with you in October of 21, and he says that you avoid his calls and have not done anything other than place a concrete pad in his backyard.
I did do a concrete patio for him, so obviously I did something for him. I don't avoid his calls.
We should mention Wills texted him the day of our interview and says days later he still had not heard back until after we showed up at Couturier's door.
Are you going to pay him back then, since it appears that you can't finish this job?
Complete that, or I will complete the project in the near future.
What is near future, sir? Respectfully, it's been 2 years.
Yeah, I would say in the next 30 days.
30 days.
Yep.
We checked James Couturier's contractor's license with the state and discovered he's on probation for the same reasons. 3 other customers complained to the Department of Business and Professional Regulations that the contractor took their money too and didn't finish the work. He was fined by the state and ordered to pay restitution to the customers, which he did. Now his license is on probation for 2 years. I asked him about the other customers who are suing him.
Wendy McAllister, Eddie and Natalie Reed, William Scott Kendrick, Tamika Graham, Calvin McFarland. Some of these date back to 2019.
Yeah, I would have to look at those individual files.
These are all civil lawsuits filed against you through the Duval County Courthouse.
Yep. That does not mean that the lawsuits are founded, though. Okay, are legitimate and reasonable.
Maybe so, but according to court records, of the 6 lawsuits filed against Couturier, a judge has ruled against him in 4 of them, ordering him to pay back his customers. The other 2, he's been ordered to appear in court to explain why he took money for work he did not finish. Couturier asked us for a second interview to explain himself, which we agreed to.
The only explanation could be that I got caught in a situation with delay in projects, delay in structural construction goods, and an increase in prices. And all I can do at this point, Jennifer, is try to recover from that. I'm not a dishonest person.
As for Barry Wills, he just wants his money back.
I don't want anybody else to go through what I'm going through.
Barry Wills says he just received his first payment from Couturier Sunday. Now, there are two things that you should be aware of before hiring a contractor. First, be sure to check their reviews carefully. Couturier's company, North Florida Leisure, does have a 4.1 rating right now on Google, but there are several that give him a bad rating, so read them all when researching a contractor. And always check more than one review site. For example, the Better Business Bureau has given North Florida Leisure an F rating. Also, if you have a problem with a contractor, be sure to notify the Department of Business and Professional Regulation by going to myfloridalicense.com. DBPR has the ability to suspend or even terminate a contractor's license. Jennifer Waugh, Channel 4, the local station.